Just admit it. You're just here for the intro music. Yeah. All right. So yesterday I've started streaming on my constraint solver and some refactoring. I knew it. You're here for the music. now goodbye. And it was a little bit chaos yesterday. But I figured out how to solve one problem, and yeah, just doing some more refactoring now, and let's see how far we can go. So yesterday I created, and this stream is mostly for people watching who are interested in the constraint solver and just want to ask some random questions in between. It's not so much about what I'm actually doing on the stream, I think. So I created the pull request. Work in progress, 1 out of 11 solved, and I was going to remove the low-level interface, whatever this is. I hope there's no GitHub issue today while I'm streaming. It has some issues the last months with not so good uptime. But anyway, so I realized I don't need the linear combinations file anymore. So we have like 0% usage in the tests. So I can just remove that file. It's basically for having, I don't know, 2x plus 7x combining into an affine term to use it as a constraint, but that is all handled by mass-op interface or jump. No. But maybe you can have a look in the other files to see what's going on there. So there's no change there. 100%. Wait. Oh, because I moved some. All right, that seems fine. Oh yeah, there. Only this one. Oh, type A. Okay, 100%. Does that work? No, it just gives me this. Okay. Anyway, where is my codes? So I hope you can still read it if it's like this size, because otherwise it's a little bit complicated with that much code for me. So this one, simplify, yeah, can be all deleted. Oh, and I want to, well, I think we'll figure it out. This one should be not in the commits, but that's all right. So I will go through this one later on in the stream, but let's first finish the other parts. That should work fine. And now we can have yeah, that's what I like normally when I watch streams from other I normally code on the other screen and then just hearing them in the background and sometimes chat and just have company while streaming, while coding, and they have company while streaming. And you can watch me drinking, I know. It fills you with pleasure. Okay, so the other parts worked on yesterday was, so in between I have this constraint internals, and all constraints have like an std for standard field. And then I have to write this, but I want to write constraint.index. So I need to define getProperty. So getProperty takes in the symbol, which would be IDX, converts it into a value to be able to dispatch on it. And the default dispatch is to just get the field. Yes. And here I figured out after asking on Slack that I need this quote node. So I typed in $field before, but then it's passed in an expression and it doesn't find, for example, index. So I actually want to have the symbol. And I think I want to have the symbol here as well. Yes, because of getProperty. That seems good. Yeah, let's do the basics. Maybe I just include our small tests file from yesterday. And then I can change stuff like this. So I have to find all of them and change it. So you are working on your master thesis, I assume. Illustramento, yeah. Oh man. I think I will call you ill now. How's that one going? Okay, so I think we can start looking for it at least. Oh yeah, I think I have to. Yeah, it sounds really nice. That's correct. So I should be able to just have constraint dot. And just do it and hope it doesn't break anything. And I can also have watershed algorithm. Watershed. Whatever a watershed algorithm is. Just have to look it up. Okay, I have no idea. All right, so that's all right. I think it's the Twitch chat is not the best way to explain it anyway. Just have fun. So I think it should be possible to just use all of them as well. And if it doesn't work, we will see it later. Small test. just log into my email account to check whether there's some GitHub issue in between. And yeah, so that's always taking a while at the beginning for pre-compilation and stuff like that. Oh no. Wait. Did I remove something terrible before? To see this change. Code coverage changes, right? The oh no, yeah. Simplify. Wait. Compile, so you might have an oh no moment as well. Oh, wait. Do I have to implement set property? Okay. I thought it would get. Oh no, it doesn't make sense. I think I need it. Have fun with compile. So set. I think there's a set field method. Or maybe it's set field was set properties defined. Yes. And this one is probably wait. Set property. Also probably with an exclamation mark. Let's do that. Set field works. And this gets a value. And this gets a value. And this gets a value. Everything is getting a value. Oh yeah. I don't know. Maybe I should call it actually. To make it a little bit more readable. And I think I can move that to here. And try it out again. It looks like it's at least doing some stuff. Okay, I don't want to print everything there. Is it always that slow? Oh yeah, we should do some benchmarking tests in between. Let's do that. So I have this command run run benchmarks, which takes in a target branch, which is refactoring, and a master and a pull request, which I just checked and I forgot, 178. And then run benchmark on both of them and pushes creates a comment with the benchmark results in the pull request. Because I only removed some stuff, it shouldn't do anything. Like it should be just as before, but we will see. And because there's no, okay, maybe I just like another one open. Okay, and I wanted to check actually whether I have the low-level interface documented, because then I want to remove the documentation as well. Okay, that looks fine. Then these tests pass almost. Project. Well, that's expected, I guess. That got removed. Oh, dirty. Yeah, okay. I think I need to dash that before. That is a problem for working on it in between benchmarking, because it makes tests or benchmark tests on refactoring and on master and compares them, so it switches in the Git tree. Oh, and I will. But this one should still test the correct thing, I hope. Okay. While this is running, what can be? So this one is just super boring. Yeah, so what about this one? So EqualSum is basically, I think I call the other one less than. So like the mass opt interface one. Then have not equal. And I have equal, which takes just I don't really know whether I need that, but it's probably faster. So what this does is we have x, and we have like a vector of variables which are all equal, and EqualSum is equal to, oh, what is this? Oh, wait. Okay, I will care with that one when the benchmarks are done. They take a while. Oh, that's a bit stupid. Okay, anyway. Maybe you should have like a copied version of it for benchmark. Yeah, I think I will create that now. Okay. And then remove that one. And go in here. Which, I don't know, it should be all right. I just need to copy it over and over again, or I can, I don't know, fetch. I will think about it. So, but what is happening here? Okay. This is also a bit of a problem, I guess. So this doesn't know that indices exist with the get property stuff. Bit unfortunate. But the current problem is the following, that we have this set fields. I think I have to Google that. So the problem is that set property seems to work with unit range, but set field doesn't. Now what we can do is it probably doesn't work. Oh, what is property name? I might want to have property names as well, and maybe this will fix that issue. But yeah, so the current problem I can just do that, and maybe there is later a way to fix that issue. What is my... I think this is the one for testing. How to... Why? Oh, add folder to workspace. Okay, so let's try that again. Shall we? And the indices got fixed? Oh, that's so strange. I think I had this issue open yesterday. Oh, because of... Okay. I think we can maybe do this and just have a look at one of them. This one. So just... Okay. Okay, I think that should work. Let's just test it. Field names. Linear constraints. And we have base gets, no, pro of constraints. I think I'll write it like this. And that is, I think, field names of C. Oh yeah, we also have this private thing, but I think I don't need. And we have field names of that. I got revised, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I also don't know what is field names. Okay, maybe I need this part. Just ignore it. No. Oh, I see. This is also not correct. I think I need. It's not that easy. But this will call. Oh, it should be okay. Something spooky is going on. I have, maybe because I still. Hi, I'm working on my constraint solver. Way, Eval, hi. So, Animax, I'm working on my constraint solver, just some refactoring, and currently having a look at property names, which I don't understand. So the idea was I have basically a structure which has a std field, so constraints, std index, for example, indices instead of light. I am German. Is my accent that bad? Where are you from? Okay. That's all right. I'm fine with that then. So yeah, I don't know if anybody or any one of you has worked with property names before, or field names or whatever, extending property names. Why are you here? No. You can still be here. Do you have just say if you have any questions on the workflow, or like, do you want to learn programming, or what brought you here? Property names, Julia. Oh, sorry. All right. Sorry if the question was weird. I'm glad you're here. That's just interesting. What are you working on? Like, are you working on Julia as well, or on different programming language, and what kind of projects? And by the way, Eval. All right. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. And Eval, how's your 2048 AI going? Are you streaming on it as well? So I was just finding that property names takes that's so weird. Because it doesn't take the type, so this one does not work. But I thought that this one should. Do I have to extend field names? Yeah, that seems. Okay, so I think I have a method. What did I forget? Yeah, and then property names. Yes. But field. I don't know. I thought it might help. But okay. Created a database, and we want to create a web overlay that takes information from the database. Yeah. So what is your database in MySQL or stuff like that? Okay. And you want to so you want to display it on the web, right? So like some kind of web language, JavaScript PHP, Node.js, and that kind of stuff. So you probably need some backend language. Okay, yeah. So probably Node.js or PHP, I suppose, or Python. Maybe I'm not that into web anymore. That are, I think, kind of your options. Or you can use a lot of stuff, but that's probably the main ones. By the way, this is still there. Okay. This is quite long, but okay. And this is still dirty. Why is that? I use Julia because of well, I used Python before. I used a lot of languages, but for programming on like scientific computing, scientific programming stuff, it's quite useful to have Julia as something which is easier to write than C++, but is much faster than Python, because Python speed is like not that great. And then you normally when you code in Python, you call C++ libraries and stuff like that, or things that are written in C++, and Python is more or less an abstraction on top of it. But on Julia, if you code some stuff yourself, you don't want to switch between Python and C++ anymore, and I don't like C++. Or well, I'm not good at it. That's probably the main point. I switched to Julia because it's easy to read and it's fast. Okay, I think let's handle this differently. Whatever. Oh, okay. At least. I know that's a weird name, but so final try. Okay. Yeah, this. How about I don't know. Thought this might work, but anyway, this should be good to go. Save all, please. Oh no, what's... Wait. No. So yeah, to answer your question and then try to fix this madness, I think somebody mentioned that Julia is a nice name for a programming language, and then they just went for it. So there's no real reason for it, I think. So they are Julia sets and stuff like that, but they have nothing to do with it. So I think the story is along the lines that someone in the team just mentioned that it would be a nice name for a language, and then they used it. Oh no. I never had this before in Git. Yeah, you can create your own language. It's not an easy task though, and yeah, I don't know. So if you have like a great idea what's missing in a different language, then go for it. Okay, and for learning purposes, I also like was thinking about writing one day just to learn how it works. What is a grasshopper website? Never heard of that. It's kind of a detached hat. Okay. Detached hats. Okay. Then I want to attach it first. No idea what reflog is. So git checkouts. I'll try to check whether that works. Did I just deleted everything? No. Oh no. Oh, I think I. Oh, I forgot that I used git stash. Get set. Man, what is wrong here? I have to code something that gives you the exact same output as the example. Oh, that sounds really bad. Okay. So if you are interested in learning programming, I suggest that you check out Exordium.io, where you can learn a couple of languages like, oh, that's an interesting game. Do I recognize them? So Python, JavaScript. They have PHP, right? Oh, there's PHP. And C++ and stuff like that. And you have problems. I would like to. I can show you a little bit more. I use it as well. And so I use C++ and Julia. And you have these problems, which are called, I don't know, the track problems or mentor problems. So it's like starts really easy. And then you submit it and you get feedback from a mentor. So actually someone looks at your code and reads it and says, this one is too slow, or you might want to try this one. And because the mentors don't get paid, so I'm also a mentor, and I just do it to learn reading code basically. And sometimes if there's someone really good just starting or coming from a different language, they have different perspectives. And then I can learn from it, which is quite nice. Still don't get why this is not working. No worries, mates. Do I have any dashed? Probably not, right? Yeah. So this is really... Oh, because wait. This does not work as expected. So the problem is that this is empty. So the problem is that I need to... It's so weird. Because I actually need the Julia part for it. So because I use my constraint solver course. Oh, so this does not work as wanted. Anyway, I tried it out. And I think I will just run it now then on the... Wait, why do I have... Something is messed up. Yes. But why that? Up to date with upstream. Oh, because it's the... Oh yeah, I think I don't want to have this workspace stuff. Just work with that. So yeah, Exordium is definitely a really nice website, I think. Because it's the only one where you solve problems for beginners and feel free to leave and try it out. But yeah, if you, I will stream for like at least an hour longer, I think. So if you want to come back and give me feedback whether you like it or not. So by the way, the mentoring sometimes because they're doing it in their free time. It's depending on the language you learn. They will take a while sometimes. So it's better for like do it in the evening. I think normally works better, at least for me, because most of them are in the US, and then you get feedback earlier. But yeah. What are you streaming on? I might check it out. Let me check out your checkbox. Oh, I see. All right. Have fun later. I might check it out. No worries. That's what I'm here for. Doing programming on the side. Try to help people, and maybe they can help me too. Yeah. So while this one is running, where is... Okay, something failed. Seems like it's an actual fail. That's too bad. Restore pruning constraints. I thought I fixed it. But okay. No, it should be. Restore pruning constraints. Oh, why is that not here anymore? Oh. No, did I? Am I crazy or what? This benchmarking has to be done in a different way. Suppose. Hmm. Okay. All right. What is happening with my camera again? Oh man. Wobble wobble, yeah. Oh, I think. Sorry about that. Yeah. I think I have, because I use my smartphone for it, and it's like a little bit pressed together to hold in place on my tripod, and I have this weird activate Google Assistant on pressing, and I think I should switch that off. That might be the reason for it. The way is it? Okay, it's not too hot. And I should try to use my actual camera for it, but I don't. Oh yeah, I also wanted to check that the audio is not delayed, or is, wait, I think the audio has to be delayed a little bit. Okay. I hope. Okay. Let me check. Read my lips now. Does it work better? I should check that while I'm not streaming. But anyway, hope I didn't make it worse. No, I think it should be all right, or should be better. Should be the right direction. So I wanted to do this naming stuff. So I'll probably call this equal sets. This equal to yes. Okay, and now I think I will try to run the tests again. I will come back and like 2 to 3 minutes to check whether everything works out. And yeah, just a small break. He's back. All right. It's finally doing some benchmarking after taking 2 minutes to start. But here you can see it's doing some benchmarking. But I think I should not do anything in between, because it's doing the benchmarking. So what's up in the world? How's everything going? Let's check some hacker news. I don't know whether that's the correct address. Yeah. Oh yeah, the Twitter accounts yesterday. This one is super weird. Oh no, I actually wanted to read it. So as mentioned before, there's some problem with GitHub lately that it's falling apart. Now it has made a major phases of being not available. It sounds quite nice. I think I should share this with someone who mentioned yesterday. So Stefan Kapinski, I think that's his name. Kapinski, yeah. Said yesterday they have progress. So he's a co-creator and co-developer of Julia, and he mentioned that they might have to look for something else because they run so much on GitHub's architecture for testing and stuff like that, and it's really bad if it breaks. And all the GitHub, the registry for Julia package. Yeah, I think they wanted to have 99.9 and not 99, but okay. counter increments over, what is that? Well, 2 billion. It's interesting. Do we have? Okay, let's shortly check on the benchmark. Okay, so one of the two is done by. I think the last ones take longer, so this is really not the case. But anyway. I think it's useful to have that. Wait, where's my? This one. Oh my god! I hope you can't hear the screaming from outside, but it looks like there was no audio detected for you. Okay. Why is there so much from GitHub? Oh no, because I clicked on it from GitHub. This one. How is your code going, El? Quite all right. Sounds good. So compiling worked. Interesting. It worked. It worked. Awesome. Sorry. It's just a little bit funny. This means in German homeless. Or like, I don't know, it's like a bad homeless word. I don't know how to describe it in English. A bum? Really? Oh yeah. And a tramp. Whatever, however one pronounce. Yeah, tramp in for British people. think the Americans are not awake yet. So they don't watch the stream live, at least. I'm a little tramp. Not Trump, but tramp. Oh, hobo, yeah. I learned that. It's a song. I don't know, like I need $1 or stuff like that. It has hobo in it. Oh yeah. Hobo, yeah. But it's interesting that you got some change. Oh yeah, like are you a hobo now? But is that so? Is hobo like the, or is it all colloquial basically? I'm just wondering whether one of them is, because it's not a very friendly word in German, is it? What is FP? Okay. So we got some emails. Run fails. Oh, Animax is following. Thanks for following. You are not here anymore, but anyway. So should. Okay, this is not a real issue. Oh, you're here from my blog, probably. Thanks. Are you using Julia as well, or how did you get to the blog? And I'm glad you call it pie visualizations. Julia Slack. All right. You're a pie person and not a tau person. So if you haven't voted on Twitter yet, go for it. Go for pie. You prefer tau? Oh no. No, I don't know. Actually, like, I was always just using pi. I don't know why. And then because of this discussion, I was like, oh yeah, for some things it's quite useful to work with tau instead of pi. But I think, okay, yeah, philosophically, yeah, I don't know. And I really think that pi should have one leg and tau should have two legs. But anyway, so this looks better than before. So yeah, currently, as you might have seen, I'm working on my constraint solver, doing some refactoring. I was reading some hacker news in between because I do some benchmarking tests, and while I do benchmarking, I can't really change the codes, otherwise they will fail, I think. Or they failed before, and I don't want to try it out again. Wait, this one works. This is so weird. Sometimes it. Oh no, because we're at STD now, so we're in the master branch. Okay. Anyway, so what are you working on, KDT? as I can't pronounce so many underscores in the name. All right, Katie, what are you working on? From the Julia Slack. Okay. I also asked in the VS codes to check whether this indices work. I don't think I have. No. Oh, it's quite early in the morning. Oh, you're working on Jump as well. What are you working on? But I think, are you in the Gitter as well from Jump Dev? But I think I haven't seen your name. Sorry. And so you're working with Jump and not directly. You're not a direct Jump developer. Okay, yeah. All right. So I don't work on Jump.jl normally as well. I think I made some minor things there, but normally I just use it. Do you have some packages? And by the way, why are you awake already? 5:50 a.m. That's way too early. At least that's what it says in Slack. So maybe you're using VPN or I don't know. Didn't change it. Oh, sorry. I'm just looking you up on Google. Oh, Julia talks. Are you finished them making them, like preparing them? They will be live on JuliaCon, right? So what are you presenting? National Renewable Energy Laboratory. That's quite nice. I did an internship at Landl, if you haven't seen it on my blog before or didn't know. Quite interesting. Wait, why is there a German website mentioning your name? Okay, it's just some. Energy systems modeling. Oh yeah, yeah. Energy. It sounds like. No, I worked on. I created Juniper.jl, and I think power models at least have it in their test cases. So I worked with Carlton Cochran, or he was my mentor. Yeah, I did the talk, or like recorded talk for Jump Dev 2018, I think. I don't know whether you have been there. He is awesome. Yeah, super nice. But now, back in Germany, studying. I was actually thinking of going back this year before COVID started. Happens, whatever. before COVID was here. Still is here. So now it's not a good time to go to LAML. I'm not sure whether they're still. Are you working at the lab? What is it called? I forgot the name. The National Energy Lab. Or are you working from home now? I work from home. Yeah. Yeah. At the end of the year. All right. Yeah. Yeah. I hope it's not getting worse, like even worse for you, in the winter. Because will you be at Jump Dev 2021 then in January? Or have you been at Jump Dev before? Florida. So I think this year it should have been in Belgium, which would have been nicer for me. So oh yeah, I always wanted to. I did, as mentioned before, 2018, I did a talk there, but I wasn't there because I was at a different conference at that time, which has more, I don't know, academic impact, I would say. But now it would be nice to see everyone in person here. I just talk to on Gitter or Slack or whatever. Quite nice. So I submitted my abstract for the constraint solver. And then they moved it to January, or just canceled it and say we just do it next year, and next year is in January instead of June, I think would have been this year. So if there is no COVID issue, I think I will be there. I basically have a ticket, an entry ticket for it. It's still going. I cross my fingers. Yeah, it would be really nice. I think I will. Oh, that was strange. I wanted to save that post for reading it later. Okay, tests are still running. Is there next? So let's hope there are no benchmarking issues. Code coverage, I think, is 100% for the diff. Yeah. Okay, so as mentioned, this is the most boring one. This is easy. Can do it. Okay, not now because of the benchmarking. Still feasible. Those two I will do next. And then hopefully can do more real refactoring work. And even if it's a little bit boring. Oh, why is there my username? Anyway, no matter. Have you checked out my blog on constraint programming as well, or you just saw the pie visualization? Have you checked it out before? You have. I hope it's not too bad. Oh yeah, my Sudoku post, the early ones. Yeah. How it all started. %97%. Okay, let's just wait and see. %100%. Oh, you did Sudoku solving with Julie as well? Okay, yeah. No, this is really bad. Okay. So simple implementation, yeah. Yeah. So my girlfriend was learning C++ at that time, and I did Sudoku post in Python like 3 years ago or stuff like that. And she wanted to have some problems, and I said, oh, maybe you want to do some recursion stuff and stuff like that. So try out Sudoku, and then I tried, or maybe I want to do it with Julia and see which one is faster in runtime. Just normal backtracking, and then I thought, oh, it'd be nice to do something a bit more sophisticated. Okay, so this benchmark is really bad, but it's a little bit expected based on that the test run was also quite slow. So maybe yeah, it can only be this change. I started with building it for Sudokus. So I wanted to just, so now I'm building on top of it. So some other constraints like normal linear constraints, table constraints, now indicator and verified constraints. The problem with going like into more the direction of constraint programming directly, like scheduling problems and stuff like that, they sometimes I have issues with jump, as jump is not built for those kind of things. So I have to work around it a little bit. And yeah, I wanted to have like a reasonable base of a constraint solver before diving deep down into it. So currently everything works with jump and math opt interface. And I would like to extend jump in a way that it works with something like scheduling and stuff like that as well. Another problem is, well, I haven't implemented it in my constraint solver, so I'm not too sure how to do the back-end stuff nor the front-end stuff. I have to read more about it because it's my first time building a constraint solver, and I have like basically no what do I want to say? didn't do any courses on constraint solvers or something like that. Yeah. So I did a course on discrete optimization where Carlton Coughlin is the I don't know, the co-supervisor. I don't know. So I don't know how to pronounce his name, but Pascal von Hentenreich, I don't know, has a course on discrete optimization there, and it's super nice. Really, he's also an awesome guy, explaining it really well, and it's a quite hard course. Learning, like, they're all different constraints for Sudoku, some local search stuff. I'm not sure whether I learned simplex method there as well. I think that was a different time. Oh yeah, I saw him at the at one conference. Carlton introduced me. That was quite nice. But yeah. So this is, so maybe no, I would say he probably also doesn't really know me. But he saw my face once and we talked like 2 to 3 words. Okay. I didn't really know how to benchmark that stuff, but probably do it here. Able to do that. So just define. Oh yeah, have you worked with get property before? So talking about, I think I will restart that. So I wanted to have, basically, I have constraints.std is a constraint internal, and then I can access it with this, but I would like to access this like that. But it seems to be making everything much slower. So it was really slow. Yeah, okay. You might have the same issue as me. I'm not really sure how to. Yeah, so I was thinking, because I generate the functions, it should just be dispatch, dispatch, getting it correctly, and everything should be working fine. But I access it always with just I think it should always be able to. So I had this problem before, that when I use so because it's in evaluates, the field is actually, so the field is something like index, and the problem is that index is not known as index because it's a variable, but I want to have it as a symbol, so I have to put it in quote note. So you reckon that I can't test it in the REPL? Sure. Oh, okay. I probably, I don't know. Shall I maybe do this? Wait. Oh. I'm super new to macros, so this one was new to me as well, and this macro expand is, I always have problems trying to identify what's going on. Anyway, what? This is module defined. I don't know. Sometimes I don't get this underline. So you mean basically having this? And then, yeah, we should see what, but I don't know how to. Is there a way to have a look at the function definition of the method now? What if I do? Okay, that does not work. But yeah, so this one creates now value is index. And I think this one should Makes sense? Okay. I was just wondering, I can basically I could basically use get field here as well, but it should be the same. What else? Yeah, so I don't know whether it's, I don't even know how to, do I have, I don't know whether I can benchmark stuff like this. Okay, I think I haven't defined MOI. Because this one probably just shows, okay, it doesn't take any time. Wow. Okay, maybe because it's in global scope. I don't know. But is this slower then? That is a question. No. Basically the same time. What? Yeah. I actually don't know why it's so slow to like anything, but I think you're right. Just wondering whether I can have maybe yeah, so load does not work. I've never used that before, and it's okay. Maybe we start with this. This is definitely so you mean code LLVM codes native and stuff? Why do you think I need a function? I'm not sure whether I get what you mean. But this is definitely much longer than this part. But this is a function. Sorry, I'm confused. Because I'm calling it with the function get property. So if I do this, I get something which is readable. should be inside a function definition. But I have to call some kind of. Okay, so maybe I'm just stupid. Okay, anyway. So okay. But I'm not. Oh no, I think it does. Thanks. Yes. Okay, that looks different. I'm not totally sure why, to be honest. Because isn't it just because of this index stuff? Yeah, no calls to allocate. That's correct. But in my code, it also knows that I want to have index. So this should be actually what I'm doing inside my code, right? Yes. So basically, I had this one kind of before in my code, like c.std.index, and now I want to write it like this. It should work, yeah. And that looks like identical to me. Like identical. That's good. It doesn't work. So the problem is, why is my code so much slower now? And I think, so I haven't did any, so I've just removed some code, renamed some files, and yeah, just moved some files. So the actual only thing I did is this part. And this creates everything to be 30 times slower. So this one is the pull request, if someone is interested in it. Okay. Ellipse, how is it going? We have some weird get property issues, which makes the code much slower. So probably I want to write c.idx instead of c.std.idx. I created some get property functions, and everything should work, but it's much slower. So much thinking, yeah. So there is a question. Maybe I load that. All right. I'll load that on this screen now. Currently looking at it. Wanted to not to switch too much. So I do that part. So that others can see it as well, maybe in the stream. You are referring to this part, right? I copied it from somewhere, but it's a good question. No, because I defined these parts here. So it basically gets into get property, then evaluates or makes it dispatchable, and checks these first, kind of. And if this is basically the default. That makes sense. So yeah. So as far as I understand Stefan here correctly, and as you mentioned, Katie, before, if it's if value can be used, so it's basically the same problem, I guess, then it should be compiled away and everything should be fine if it's not like too complicated. Yeah, but do you have an idea why it is? So by the way, this should be the same as writing it just like that, right? I can't use val. Should be the same, yeah, okay. I just wanted to check. Sorry. Oh, not lowered LLB. And this should be constraint. Oh man. Yes, that's the same. Okay. So you think I can't use val? So I saw. Where am I? I think it's this one. So yeah, here. I basically used the same. I got it from here. And he used. I thought it's smart. But so there was a discussion. I don't know whether you have seen it in the discourse. Like having, I don't know how to find it again. The problem is having abstract types. And then, okay. So basically, so there was an issue, or like on discourse, that people complained that when having an abstract type, which can't have fields, that's what's a good way if you have, for example, in my case, I have 10 types of constraints and they all have specified fields. And the conclusion in the end was, I think, that it's nice to have something like a field which takes like the inner, for me it's called constraint internals. So this syntax where all the all fields are defined, which need to be defined for a constraint to work. So that seems to be like a standard approach. And I was thinking get property there should be a way to make it easier for the user, or in this case for myself actually, because I often just type it like this and then see, okay, yeah, that does not work. So I wanted to make it to work. So you said I think more is defined than shown. So you mean basically having this part again? I still don't know how to benchmark it in the end. That's my, or like, because at the moment it looks like, oh, that works fine, but I have to benchmark it to actually see that it's slower. Should I use get property again to, or what do you mean is the val implementation? Maybe you can clarify on that. Because otherwise I was thinking of maybe just using this and doing benchmarks, trying to replicate what's happening in my constraint solver, and actually see that it's slower. And then, because at the moment I don't have any benchmark set for it, which can show that. So yeah, maybe clarify it in the chat. I don't know whether that's too small of a test case. Because this still looks fine, but maybe it's too simple. You can try adding code LLVM into the function where you use constraint. Like inside my constraint solver. Does that? Okay, I don't know whether that works. Let's. Okay, so constraints equal to uh, 287. To get this part here, I hope we are at the same in the same line. Can I just, but this is too complicated if I add it like here, right? So do you mean, that? Or in front of the for loop? Okay, I'm getting confused. So just like that. And then begin and end. Sorry for the miscommunication. Sorry. Just confused. Yeah, maybe you can. Oh, do you have VS Code as well? Because then I can just turn on live share for you. Okay. That is another option. Why can't I click on this link, by the way? Okay. This is easier. All right. So this, what I had was what you mean. Okay. Oh, sorry. First thought was correct. All right. Okay, and then I need to call that. Do I call this? Okay, I call this here. Oh, do I need to have something like main? Yeah, not. Where is code LLVM defined? Is it REPL? No, why is it not working now? Yeah. I think code LLVM is some kind of a REPL function. And I need to, can I, but how do I, okay. So what is possible? No, core is what I was thinking of. Main, but this should be. Which? Okay, thanks. Interactive. Okay, so whatever. But this is probably just because of that part. So I have to do this probably. But it's getting exported, so I don't have to call it directly, right? I'm not sure whether that works now. Too late. Sorry. I might just what? Why do I have some weird error now? I think I should restart. I just hope that my benchmark test didn't fail because of a weird reason. And it's actually because I can't believe that this makes everything so much slower. Because this one looks like a completely different error. Oh, because the okay, I think I get it. Because this equal to file was not loaded correctly. I don't know whether I need to run resolve. Crossing my fingers this time. Thanks for your help anyway, KD. Yeah, I hope so too. That you know it afterwards. Okay, so this is another problem. It's called too often. But that looks kind of like the first one we had, right? Where it was, can I, oh. Yeah, it seems much bigger than it should be. Exactly. So, okay, it's a good point. What happens if we do the other method and just maybe put an error there? So this is also not that small. Throw an error. Does that look better? Or that way, okay. Is that okay? Yeah, it's nicer practice, but it does the same thing, right? Okay, all right, gotcha. So this does some allocation. Can we? Okay. Oh, okay, I gotcha. Looks like we are onto something. Thanks so much. Now it would be a good time to be able to understand what's actually happening. Oh yes, so I was thinking. Oh, terminal is too big. Okay, I have the same problem as you had. I was thinking maybe code lowered. Yeah, I think code lowered doesn't show anything. But we can try. Yeah, that's not low enough. So LLVM is native is the lowest, right? And then LLVM and then lowered. So they are those three, I guess. Code typed. What is that? Doesn't give anything, but okay. I think I have to try it out on a weird simple example. Okay, it's the same as so it's the same as code lowered but with types, I guess. I don't fully understand the docstring. Okay, okay, yeah. So what I wanted to do is to not have this part, but write it just for indices. But that might that that will fail before, right? So I think we might need a smaller example. Oh, we can. Okay, let's do get property of the. I don't think I need the CS in front of it, but anyway. I don't even know how to write it here, actually. Oh yeah, just in these, I guess. Something like that. Oh yeah, that makes sense. To okay, yeah, the if else is also an option. So what I wanted is that whenever I add something to constraint internals, it works. But yeah, I think this all, it's not the best way of dispatching, right? Okay. Did I do anything? I'm not super sure what will happen then, but can I? I don't know. Yeah, so it's definitely too slow at the moment. I'm not sure whether revise still. Maybe I start again. Okay, so oh, and I add interactive utils again, but maybe do a resolve or whatever. I still don't fully get that meaning. So I have to do if just like that, right? Or can I do, I could do at least, can I not do, does field names can be compiled away? I was thinking about explicitly first. Okay. So field names doesn't. Okay. Let's go for indices. Else and have right. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Can you add fields to a structure? Because if you can't, then it should be just possible to just get them, right? I just realized that I'm streaming for quite a while now. So the idea was, renamed it. So I think we have been here. And have code. Okay. I think we only need that one. And let's see. I normally stream for 2 hours, but no, like I normally stream on on Project Euler. I just started to stream on my constraint solver yesterday, where I think I also did 2.5 hours, and then I had to get some food to stream like an hour later on my Project Euler, which is always on Wednesday. So I was just reading this val here, and it looks, I don't like completely get it, but this construct is to be able to dispatch on constants directly at compile time. So I thought it might work, but maybe it's not constant enough. I don't know. It should have worked. So you mean it's kind of an issue? Oh, okay. What the hell is going on here? What? So this one looks even worse. Or was it that long before? Or is it maybe because it was the first precomp? No, it shouldn't matter, right? Oh, by the way, it's... Wait, what? I'm super confused. It took like 5 seconds before. So there was like a really strange thing. So it should work because I use it in different places. That's so strange. Okay, and when I use... Yeah. So I use now base get property. If it's indices, then get indices, and otherwise get this. It's not fast. Or I don't know how fast. Wait. Wait. I have only this habit for indices. So okay. I'm on master and haven't created a branch yet. Yeah. Just trying it out and hopefully not committing it. Okay, so one way is if I don't have this part. Now it's fast. And then I have this is confusing because this is now the same speed as before. But the code LLVM looked much worse. Before using get property. So if I access everything with std, then it was this step. And if I have changed this to this and use this, then it's this speed. Which makes sense to me. It's I don't know, actually. So it looks like the same speed, but maybe indices is not the one which I call the most. I think I call index more often. This is interesting. Oh, because it's set property. Oh. Exactly. So the problem is that I haven't defined it for set yet. I don't know how many cases. Okay, that looks good. Okay, it looks already slower. Like, but it's, I don't know, it's a small. Okay, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. It looks already slow to me. And I think the LLVM should be, I don't know, it should be just the same. That was wrong. I mean, it's kind of in the docs. Yeah, it's like the, what is it? Is it called RR for reverse? Yeah, but I use if now. It doesn't work. Or like the code LLVM is slow. So I use the if now, and it still feels slower. By the way, what is? Yeah. You mean in here? By the way, why is it both the same? That's super weird. You're as confused as I am. Oh, because it's, wait. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I should use this instead, right? What? Oh. No, because I don't want to see the code LLVM of this as well. That was what I was thinking. But yeah, I created this constraint only in the refactoring part. So this takes constraint. I don't want to define constraint internal. What is codes? No, LLVM property. Oh, LLVM property is the function I created. Wait. Oh yeah, but I have to give it some example. Okay. Let's do that here. So okay, this is big and this is small. Okay, we are back to before. Back to square one. Yeah, exactly. Wait. Okay. This is so weird. This one, right? Oh. Thanks. Nope. But I was thinking, so it's in all different constraints. And in all different, we have, for example, this one. So I am currently thinking that maybe even this, which is not part of, yeah. So this is also slow. or like it has a lot of code in code LLVM. Because when I call like this, when I call it like this, it doesn't get into the if block at all, because this is not a constraint anymore, it's constraint internals. So it's not calling get property. So get property itself is slow, no matter in what into what part we are looking. So it doesn't matter if we get into here or there. No, it's not immutable. And I don't know whether it can be. But that is a good point. But I think that's a wonderful point. Because I think, or I change some parts of it later. So that's why I can't have it at the moment. In those cases, I can probably just create a new immutable structure, right? Because I fill in the hash later and the possible values. And can use ref. I'm new to ref. What is ref? Okay, but you might have a good point. So one question about immutable struct. If, for example, can I change, as this is immutable, can I change this one later? Or is it also immutable? I'm always confused by that. I can change it. Okay. And because this is a vector, it should also work. Just the problem with the hash. Okay, so I might work on that later and maybe also stream about it again. You can change the object that but you can change the values on the object. Okay, so I can increase, for example, this and set the values and just have to be sure what's going on with the hash. But anyway, I think I will not stream for that longer as I want to get some food again. But I was wondering whether this immutable, I think in general you're right, it should be immutable. Whatever can be immutable should be. Start your day, yeah. I was thinking this is the last thing I will do. Wait. So I should be able, with function names, oh, probably those two. Okay, this doesn't, let's, what? Why is this so? Oh, is there a, no. It's okay if this is in global scope, right? Or does it have to be inside a module or stuff like that? So crazy. That should be fine. Yeah, okay. It should be. So I don't call this. Now even both of them are immutable. It's madness. I don't know. Revise sometimes messes with stuff. But not this time. I really don't get it. This is strange. I'm speechless. Okay, so what we had before was basically I know this is a weird concept of naming 3 and 2. Oh, I didn't define it. Okay, this is in principle what we had before, right? So might be, so the only thing that's to make this, oh no, I should make this one last thing. Mutable struct 3. What the hell is going on now? Oh, because, oh, okay. Constraint, no. I can't redefine it, right? Okay. Oh, I just can't do it when I use revise. Okay, so this is what is going on? Oh man. So if I use mutable and mutable, then it's short. But when using get property, it's long. But when everything should be super fast with immutables, it's long. If the inner one is immutable, it's also long. This can't be right. Okay. I will I don't think so. I should, yeah. Okay, so I'll get some food. Good point. You start your day, and I will try to not use get property at all, and make the constraint internal immutable, as that should at least not be slower, right? If anything, it should be faster. And yeah, let's just see whether there's any benchmark stuff. And maybe we can chat if you like on Slack if there's anything in between, or I just I'm not sure whether I will stream about it or whether I will freak out when I stream. All right. Thanks anyway so much for joining, Katie especially. That was we kind of are still at step 1, but I think we understood like a tiny little bit more of how to test at least. But yeah, it was fun, awful, exactly. Maybe can we call it all fun? Anyway, all right, I get some food and you start your day. See you.